welcome to episode 758 of Hard Factor. It is Thursday, August 29th, 2021. Thank you for cheating.
26th.
Thursday, August 26th. Did I say 29th?
I'm 36.
Whenever I see...
Yeah, Pat, Pat turns, 36, you say, on the 28th?
52.
on Saturday. My sister turns 40. Pat and my sister share the same birthday.
Oh, shit, that's right. I would have skipped Pat's birthday.
We're back to the future, Will.
Also, what happened there is I saw a 6, and then my brain automatically put a 9 right next to it.
Important thing, Will, is that Donda is finally coming out this week, probably.
Oh, it is? For real? Is it for
Who
real
knows?
this time?
This third listening event, so...
Well,
yeah.
Is he doing a live stream of like underwear right now or something?
Oh, there's a live stream going right now. Third live stream.
how long does he keep those things up?
I don't fucking know. I'm over it, man.
24 hours at a time.
He blew it. He was doing something real cool from a marketing perspective for a second. Like it was edgy, non-traditional, and then now I'm just like, you piece of idiot.
He jumped the shark. He went too far.
He took it too far.
Well, hopefully Donda comes out. Thank you for cheating on the news with us, everybody. We have a full house today. Will, Pat, Mark, Wes. We're talking all kinds of crazy shit. Nirvana, things that suck, international news.
Yeah, thank you for pausing between Nirvana and things that suck, because, come on.
Very different. Polar opposites.
Yeah, it was a comma.
Right. Nirvana, things that suck. I do like Dave Grohl, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of grunge.
Yeah,
you guys know where I stand on Pearl Jam.
It's fine to not be a huge fan of Nirvana, but I would not appreciate if you said they sucked.
No, I don't think they suck.
Go back and check it out. I'll tell you, when Post Malone did that pandemic concert where he covered, I think it was just straight up Nevermind, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, that one album was pretty damn good.
We're talking about that today.
Nice. Good. Before we move on to the news, Green Room app by Spotify. Download that. Get on there for the live What the Fuck Wednesday shows, 5 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. This last one was awesome. It was about bad roommate stories.
Oh, man.
Some really good roommate stories in there.
They were so good it ended in a tie. 2 people won. It was so good.
Yeah, they're pretty incredible.
Did you get the email?
Those people are going to be roommates now, actually, weirdly enough.
Well, did you get the email yet, the file, or no?
No, I have not seen it.
Bummer.
Yet.
Well, that's why you got to join the shows live, fellas.
Yeah, that's right. We try to post them every Sunday or every once in a while for examples, but we're not sure if we'll be able to post this one. Download the Green Room app by Spotify. Join us on there live Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. Anything else, boys, before we hop in?
News.
News me.
Let's do the news. Time for a cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Holidays, history, and trending news. August 26th, holidays are up first. It's Congressional Startup Day, which I have no idea. I didn't look that up. I don't know. Anybody, any guesses? Congressional Startup?
That doesn't sound worth Googling.
Like a new office or something? I don't know.
That doesn't sound worth it. Yeah.
Make Your Own Luck Day, Musical Yoga Day, National Cherry Popsicle Day, National Dog Day, pretty big one, National Toilet Paper Day, National Web Mistress Day. Oh, big for OnlyFans. We'll talk about that a little bit. And Thoughtful Thursday, Women's Equality Day. So
they
some
get
heavy
one.
hitters in there.
They get one.
Dude, I speaking of National Dog Day, I woke up to I went to Costco, of course, and got some of those prepared chicken legs. Have you had those, Will?
No.
They're right next to the prepared chickens, but they're just chicken legs. There's like
just legs.
There's like 15 of them for like $8. They're incredible.
Oh yeah,
That's a good deal.
So I'm sitting up here in my office eating like 3 of them. I put them in my office trash after I'm done with them. And this morning I woke up and the trash had been rummaged through. So my dumb dog had gotten in and ate like 3 cooked chicken legs. So I had to go to the fucking I called the vet. They were like, go get some pumpkin and make sure he eats pumpkin, give him a lot of fiber so he shits it out. Hopefully he won't need surgery on it. I'm like, if this dog needs surgery for fucking eating chicken legs, he's done for.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So they were gone?
They were gone. I searched the trash downstairs. I ate the yeah.
You're a fucking psycho for putting food in a non-kitchen or bath. Well, not just a non-kitchen trash can.
You don't ever do that? You don't
Never.
ever throw a food trash in your desk one?
Never ever.
No,
He doesn't have
I
a
mean,
desk.
If you had a desk, you'd know.
Church and state, man. I have a desk.
Sometimes you do it.
I'm with Pat.
Your living room, though.
I'm definitely the messiest person on the show, not without a doubt. And I don't do that either. I leave like cans of anything anywhere, but the food items don't go in a bathroom trash or a hall trash. The food items go in the kitchen trash.
I'm like
90% of the time you're right.
Orthodox Jew separating meat and dairy, right? Like one is one, the other is the other. They do not.
All right.
Doesn't happen.
Just you haven't really lived until you've just been like real like over like you're just like done with whatever you're doing at your desk, and then you just like chuck a piece of food trash just like right next to
Sometimes I'll just leave the food out on the counter for a while.
That's okay.
That's different.
I'm into that.
Or on the table for a while. But if I'm throwing it in a trash, it's got to be the kitchen.
I'm going to order a large trash can for my office after what happened. Though.
You just need the lid, right?
Just get the lid on it. Then
I'm
you can
getting
actually
a full kitchen trash can in my office.
Then you can throw as much food trash in there as you want.
So stupid.
That smells so bad.
Well, no, but that's why the lid, it keeps the smell inside.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. Well, happy National Dog Day to everybody. Today in history, August 26th, in 1920, the 19th Amendment became part of the Constitution officially, and women were finally allowed to actually go and vote for something. So we talked about that like a couple weeks ago, where they voted to let women vote. It just passed by one vote.
That's why today's their day. It was official today.
Yeah, it became official. They could finally.
What was that? 1983.
20, a little bit earlier.
Pass the goddamn ERA, man. Come on.
In 1936, Egypt became a sovereign country again after being held by Britain, I guess, because I'm sure that they were sovereign when the pharaohs existed as well. So couldn't have been forever that they weren't sovereign. And in 1975, Haile Selassie, former emperor of Ethiopia and central prophet in the Rastafari religion, died while imprisoned. He was strangled by the guards after he'd been overthrown. So.
Whoa, that's intense.
Yeah, and he was like literally
that's
like
top to bottom.
Right, you already got him.
According to Rastafarian religion, he's supposed to be like the second coming of Jesus Christ. Basically.
Have you ever played the? I know you guys have. You play with me. The card game Asshole. That's like when you're president, and the next round, you're asshole. It's tough, top to bottom.
Big time.
Same
Emperor
thing. Similar.
Dead in the jail cell.
Nothing
Emperor Epstein.
Nothing against no offense to Rastafarianism or whatever, but any religion where they like think that someone alive is like the next coming of their like God, no thanks.
It's not for you.
Point.
Not for me.
What about this life?
It's a good point because this guy was definitely alive when they were like.
He was like doing coke in the 70s.
Right. He became the emperor in like the 30s for the first time, and they were like, "This is our guy.
Yeah,
He's the prophet."
Not for me.
Yeah.
I think that's all. That's a lot of religions: Hinduism, Buddhism.
They said
yeah.
There was something about how once he was on the earth, then Jah was in everybody. So
why don't we focus about this life?
Jah's with you.
Right now. How about now?
They're either here or they're coming, Wes. Those are pretty much the two options.
Hey, listen, I don't believe in any of it, but especially that stuff.
Religion's a whole. Religion's a whole lot of the grass is always greener when you're dead. On the other side type thing.
Yeah. This idiot picked the wrong religion. What an idiot.
Speaking of greener grass, let's move on to the trending news so we can talk about browning grass, the U.S. economy. Shout out to Hard Factor Discord chat user Jesus Loves Knockouts because he put me onto this PBS documentary called The Power of the Fed. And guys, it is incredible. This isn't a trend, but it's just an honorable mention that needs to be talked about today. It's about everything that happened since The Big Short. You guys like that movie, The Big Short?
Fucking love that movie, The Big Short, bro.
2008
Good movie.
Correct? 2008.
Yep. So since 2008. Let me tell you, we definitely could be fucked again. So what happened after 2008 to fix that, giant crash is called qualified easing. And so the process of qualified easing is where the Fed buys securities from the open market to increase the overall money supply. And basically it drives prices up because they're buying stocks or whatever. And it's basically the new bubble driver, like subprime loans were before 2008. This qualified easing, it was supposed to just be to get us out of the recession in 2008, except it never ended. And so, it just constantly drives the asset prices up for all three major markets simultaneously: housing, stocks, and bonds. And so you combine that with the record low interest rates we've been having for the last several years, and you have a situation where the rich are getting exponentially richer, all for the sake of not upsetting the market and potentially inviting some sort of slowdown or a crash. And
That
so
sounds about right. Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty crazy process, and the federal government, or the Fed, the Federal Reserve, has bought now $8 trillion in assets. So there's a little chart. They They used to have just under $1 trillion in assets before they started this, and then they added the $7 trillion since then. And you can see like the big jumps were in 2008 and last year for the COVID relief. So.
You know what's always been in my mind, and this is just a smarter, higher scale of it, is like if I go to a bank, say Bank of America or whatever, and they're buying houses, reverse mortgages, and all sorts of assets, buildings, and and they're loaning out money to people so that people will put their money, or they want people to put their money into Bank of America, so Bank of America can then buy houses. Insert any bank. Eventually, I'm like, if this bank is the most successful bank, aren't they going to own everything? And then the Fed supplies all of those banks, so it's just on top.
It funds them to do it, right?
So it's just like it's like all of the banks. The Fed does that.
And it's just driving the price up on everything. And basically,
then they own everything. They own every house. They own every building.
Yeah, it seems like with the COVID year being like a record-breaking stock year and all that, it seems like we're kind of at the top of the bubble. So the Fed is going to have to manage it and raise inflation and do things like that that'll counteract these things, but not too quickly, because they could burst the bubble.
Well, isn't their goal to keep everyone give the common people enough money so qualify as easing, lower the interest rates, allow for loans so that people think they can get enough money to spend, which they then spend on things that are owned by the banks, and then but to do that at a level where people don't revolt, right? Like the goal is that they keep people in check.
They don't care.
Correct, but the problem is the wealth disparity is getting so bad with this qualified
easing. It's harder for them to do.
Well, they've created their own problem, and also how are they going to slow it down without bursting the bubble? It's an interesting documentary. Again, The Power of the Fed by PBS.
I would just
YouTube.
Probably pass.
No, you check it out.
Sorry, dude.
Check it
if you
out.
wanna. If you want to watch the opposite of that, but it'll fuck you up in a different way, watch There's a Glitch in the Matrix, bro, about fucking about simulation theory. I threw up about halfway through.
AI and simulation. Yeah, I need to jump into that next. Thanks, Pat. What's it called?
No. Stay away.
Maybe as a palate cleanser, maybe throw in some B&E Pain Olympics while you're at it.
Then go Zeitgeist as soon as you're done.
Give yourself a full day of insanity.
It's classic West. Zeitgeist.
That's fantastic.
Seriously, the Fed though.
I'm gonna check
both
those out.
Yeah, check it out, Wes. The Fed will blow your mind. That's PBS doing it. I mean, it's crazy. Number 4, football. Sony Michele, the running back from the Patriots, is now a Ram. He's no longer on the Patriots. Teddy Bridgewater is the starter for the Broncos. That got named. And I got to check all my emails to make sure I don't get auto-drafted in your fantasy drafts. So check your emails.
Who's banging Del Curry's wife? Who's banging Steph Curry's mom?
I don't know. I did see that. Del Curry
it's a Patriots
divorcing. What was his name?
Tight end.
Patriots tight end
has been slamming
Gronkowski?
Del Curry's wife.
Oh my God!
No,
I don't know, like horrible. Slamming recently, slammed in the past. I hope it's not Aaron Hernandez.
She's pretty in her hot, 60s,
but she's attractive.
Yeah.
There's a current NFL player that broke
I didn't say current.
Their marriage.
Someone that played tight end for the Patriots. We don't know.
I saw, Pat, your tweet that you were hoping it wasn't wasn't Hernandez.
Mm-hmm. And he gets down and dirty like that. He'd fuck your mom if he was alive.
Who's the guy that just did the documentary? It's probably that guy.
Oh, whoa. She's a looker, though.
Yeah, she's really hot. Okay. Yeah, number 3, Afghanistan. Let's talk about it for a second, fellas. Secretary of State Blinken, he did come out and estimate how many people are still left in Afghanistan, Americans, as we discussed on yesterday's show. He gave that estimate on Wednesday, saying that he thinks there's about 1,500 Americans left in Afghanistan, after he said last week that there was 5,000 to 10,000 left there, and he added that approximately 4,500 have been rescued via airlift so far. So some critics are saying that's pretty vague, like lots of padding in those numbers. And others, like House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, went even further in a speech where he gave about the Democrats caring more about the current spending bills than saving stranded Americans and allies stuck in Afghanistan. And so like that's the Blinken and McCarthy were the two things that happened on Wednesday that everybody was talking about. And of course, people are struggling to understand how it all squares with Joe Biden's promise to get all U.S. citizens and our Afghan helpers out of Afghanistan. He made that promise just 6 days ago on August 20th, and it's looking like definitely not all the Afghan helpers.
I think the helpers are out the window, right?
That's not happening for sure.
Hopefully the Americans. I mean, hopefully all of them, but
I got to give a big shout out to my baby mama who would hate me for saying this. So she has been working with a network of service people on the ground.
Nice.
And she's really just working as an intermediary, connecting Afghans that helped us, interpreters, to people that are on the ground to get them inside the wire.
that's amazing.
There's 2 families now have gotten in the air.
That's awesome.
That's good.
It's dope. The service people are doing it.
It's good.
They have to.
Hope that they're
amazing.
because they have to. I hope they're getting results because you see a lot of really depressing pictures of empty flights on the way back with just a few people on them. Because I hear that or the reports are that basically the airport's been sealed off from the rest of the country. At this
Right. The
point.
reports of the Taliban has stopped letting specifically Afghans through to the airport. So like they originally 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 days ago were expecting to get some Afghans and all the Americans out. And now the reports are coming in that the Afghans in particular, no chance. They're not letting them near the airport, right?
They've just slowly been stepping over the line for the past, just inching closer.
Hopefully Kate gets some in.
Yeah, they're working on it. It's pretty cool. How did you guys feel about the 2 Congress people that went over there?
Actually, Pat, I was just going to say next, taking it to the internet, Representative Seth Moulton, I think is how you say it, or Mouton, and Peter Meyer, they're both veterans, took a secret trip to the Kabul airport that pissed off Pelosi and Biden in particular, and we'll talk about our takes on it in a second. But they had this to say after they got home, quote, "After talking with commanders on the ground and seeing the situation here, it's obvious that because we started the evacuation so late that no matter what we do, we won't get everybody out on time, even by September 11th. Sadly and frustratingly, getting our people out depends on maintaining the current bizarre relationship with the Taliban." So so they took this. So those 2 reps, one a Democrat from Massachusetts and the other Republican from Michigan, and both veterans, took that secret flight to the Kabul airport, and then they were like, they had to get security detail once they got there because I guess like the Army wasn't ready for them, or the Marines or whoever had to then give them the detail. So people were upset about that.
People were also upset that they were taking seats, but those dudes, look, first of all, those guys have been over there before, so
right, they're vets.
Go, and also they didn't take a flight back that was going to be full. That's what they said. They're like,
it was a private chartered flight, right?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, good. Thank God some Congress people went over there to see what the fuck's happening on the front lines. They went over a weekend. If they weren't vets, I could see yelling at them, but dude, they've been there. Like, go check it out. Come back.
Absolutely. And Moulton, I don't, is that how you say his name? The guy from Massachusetts. He's got 2 Bronze Stars and 4 tours. So he's like a decorated combat vet.
Can I ask a question? This might be stupid, but why?
Sure it will be.
I'm sure it will be. Why aren't we like using helicopters to fucking go in?
Are.
Oh, you idiot.
I don't see any reports of that shit.
No, they are.
It's like, get to the airport. Why can't we go get them?
They're doing it for Americans. They're doing it for Americans.
Good question, but helicopters don't fit a ton of people, even the big ones. What, like 50 maybe?
That's still a lot. I mean,
Chinooks, right? The big ones.
Yeah.
But they take up a lot of space.
Apparently, Wes, they haven't been talking about that, but they've been doing it the whole time for Americans only.
I think there will be more clarity. Yeah, that might come to that. But I think the problem now is people getting. I think they have had enough planes, but they're leaving empty or whatever. Like I think that's
they can't
more
get
the problem.
people to the airport.
No, Mark, I'm saying go. It's like act like a shuttle from the
Right,
airport.
to get people
go
to the airport.
Get people to the airport. Go
And I think
over
they
the
are,
fucking
Wes.
barbed
That
wire.
would probably cause a conflict with the Taliban that's not letting them.
Well, they need to fucking tell.
I think they're doing. I think they
Biden
are.
needs to tell them, hey, we get to use our fucking helicopters to get these motherfuckers out, or you get the fucking horns.
They're
And
holding.
they'd be like, "Are these for us?" These
They're
are our
holding
helicopters?
Yeah, right.
back.
That's my helicopter.
Yeah.
No takesies, backsies.
It's essentially, I guess it's like imagine like a radius of a mile, right? I don't know what the actual radius is,
Right.
but beyond that, you're fucked, right? So it's like
Right.
there are people that have SIV visas that are supposed to be over here
Right.
or at least getting out of the country, and they're never getting out of the country.
But they're blockaded, right? Like they're not. That's the thing. Even a helicopter, I don't think would. It would have to be like a really silent helicopter in the middle of the night that snuck people
And
out.
there's
Like
right, and there's unconfirmed reports that like the troops may already be getting out of there
Leaving.
because they want everybody gone by August 31st. So we'll see what happens. I think like everybody, you got to give it till the deadline that the administration is saying, August 31st. But what's it going to look like on September 1st? I mean, that's a big question mark.
I mean,
right
the
now
movie
for
Argo
everybody.
was intense. I can't imagine. This is like Argo times 1,000 on the
Oh,
set.
so huge. I mean, yeah, that was only like a bus full of people. This is
Great movie.
it is
Also, another good movie. A lot of good movie references. So far.
Real quick, here's the one of the families that right after they got onto the plane.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Good,
I mean, it is
good
great.
work by Kate and those people. That's awesome.
Excellent work. And people are working hard trying to make it happen, but it seems like it's a difficult situation. And so we'll see how it all shakes out over there. Number 2, Nirvana, the baby from the Nevermind album, is suing them over alleged child porn. Wes is going to tell you more about that in just.
He's
a
like, my
second.
penis is bigger than that.
I mean, I thought it looked. We'll get into it.
Is it D's piece?
Quite a penis on that baby, huh?
You
How
don't
do you
expect
float?
that from a
Yeah.
from a 4-month-old, you know?
Thought he would sink. It's like an anchor.
It's showing us up.
You seen that Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Which? Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's an amazing episode.
Where they
Jesus,
talk
quite
about
the
the baby
penis on
stick.
that kid, huh?
Speaking of penises, number 1, OnlyFans smartly decided not to ban porn after all. The London-based company made an announcement on Wednesday morning that sums up to, quote, "Our investors realized it would kill the company, so we're going to keep banging on camera. Just pretend we never said anything about October 1st. It wasn't the exact quote, but I mean, that was the essence. And taking it to the internet.
They gave a press conference where they put the camera that they were using inside of at the end. It's just, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's like at the end of it, it's just like it zooms out and there's like a bunch of dudes standing behind the
They do a
person.
black wipe by yep.
Yeah. We've decided to keep banging, and here's the video to prove it.
That would have been great if it was a gangbang video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're excited all in unison.
Taking it to the internet, Bonus Dog Borgie tweets at 7:06 a.m. on Wednesday. That's great news for sex workers who, when they wake up in 5 hours.
Got him.
That was a good one.
Got him.
It's a good point, Mark. I mean, the sex workers, they didn't get it on time. They didn't get
They're
the
night
information
owls.
on time.
Yeah.
They woke up to a lot of notifications, a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's good news for them. And that's today's Cup of Coffee in the Big Time, which was brought to you by Candid, the specialists for invisible, comfortable, and removable aligners that will straighten your teeth right up. While poorly reviewed or insanely priced clear aligners, companies use general dentists, Candid only works with orthodontists. With Candid, the same orthodontist who created your plan is with you from start to finish, and you never have to wonder how you're doing. Your treatment is prescribed and closely monitored remotely by a licensed orthodontist who's an expert in tooth movement. You can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you or do everything from the comfort and convenience of your own home. The average Candid treatment is just 6 months to get your teeth totally fixed up. That's pretty good. You'll start seeing results right away. You'll start seeing results way before then, and it costs thousands less than traditional braces. And with your aligner treatment, you'll get Candid's teeth whitening for free. Candid can help you get the straighter, brighter smile you've always wanted. Right now, you can save $75 on your Candid starter kit when you get started from home, or you can book an appointment at a Candid studio near you today. Go to candidco.com/hardfactor and use the code HARDFACTOR. That's candidco.com/hardfactor, code HARDFACTOR. Take advantage of this limited time offer to save $75 on your starter kit. candidco.com/hardfactor, code HARDFACTOR.
Nice. I don't know if you guys could see what's going on back there, but I got this one cat. It's Will's brother and sister's cat. And he, all the time, like, he gets excited and he mounts his sister and bites her neck and just, like, puts his, cock and balls on top of her, even though they're both, de-sex organed, and she just cries, and he just mounts her, and I'm like trying to do a show, and he's just like sexually harassing his sister like for the 5th time of the day.
He looks satisfied.
Quite a move, yeah.
No, that's her.
Oh,
that's
she's
her.
doing it to him.
You batted him.
She's on the ground, and he gets on top of her.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a great scene.
She should stay off the ground.
Yeah. She's not as agile.
I'd be staying off the ground if I were her.
Is she still a little butterball?
Yeah, she's real
Sister?
chubby. Yeah, she's real chubby.
All right, guys.
All right, I was dealing with this cat rape.
Cat rape.
Jesus.
You guys remember this iconic photo from Nirvana's 1991 Nevermind album, right? Hang on, let me pull it up for you. There it is. Doop.
Oh yeah. You covered his dick. Oh, hilarious.
Probably a good move. YouTube would not have liked that.
That's right.
But see, Wes had to cover it because it was actually kind of sizable for a baby dick.
I covered it with a giant eggplant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it features a naked baby boy underwater reaching for a dollar bill attached to a fishing line, penis in full view. And remember that dollar bill aspect because it's important to the story. You might think this is going to be about, a baby penis, which it certainly is. But that dollar bill takes that baby penis to a whole new level, as I will explain later. So one of the most iconic albums ever to be released, right? In fact, Billboard ranks it number 7 in the top 50 of greatest album covers, trailing behind the likes of the Beatles' Abbey Road. Here you've seen here, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, which came in at number 6.
Oh, yeah.
And Patti Smith, of course, Horses, which came in at number 3. There's that one.
Really?
Now, pop quiz for you, for Mark and Pat, the culture guys here. Can you name the other album in the top 5 featuring a baby on it?
Notorious B.I.G.
Mark is correct. There it is. Notorious
What do you got in
B.I.G.
that?
Ready to die.
Boom.
Yeah,
That was a
beautiful.
great album too.
Now, can you name the number 1 album cover
Michael
of
Jackson.
all time?
Thriller, or one of the Michael Jacksons where he's doing the Patti Smith thing is my guess.
Album cover of all time.
3.
I don't know. Pink Floyd's The Wall. Oh,
No, The Velvet Underground and Nico, which features the Andy Warhol painting of a banana on it. There you go. Very, very
Andy Warhol.
Wouldn't have got
impressive.
that.
Yeah, very impressive. Okay, well, back to Nirvana album because that is the one that's making news because of that baby whose name is Spencer Eldon. Here he is.
He actually trended hugely. Like so many people were Googling this guy.
Oh, yeah. That's what he looks like now. He's 30 years old. He's decided at 30 now that he didn't quite cash in as much as he should have for showing the world his baby penis back in 91 and is suing the surviving band members, the executors of lead singer Kurt Cobain's estate, Courtney Love, the photographer, Kirk Whittle, who took the picture at Universal Music, and Warner Records. So some titans for damages he claims he suffered, saying that the image is child sexual exploitation. And according to the lawsuit, quote, the permanent harm he has proximately suffered includes but is not limited to extreme and permanent emotional distress with physical manifestations, interference with his normal development, for sure, and educational progress, for sure, lifelong loss of income, earning capacity, loss of past and future wages, past and future expenses for medical and psychological treatment.
Hang on.
How does he prove any of this?
How is he going to say he didn't get a job because they're like, wait a minute, are you that baby whose dick was out? He doesn't look like the baby anymore.
Don't say shit. No one fucking knows. And on the other end of it, if you play 1 year of NFL football, just one, you have a job, maybe not a great one, but a job for life. And I imagine that being the Nirvana baby, same deal. Maybe not the job you want, but it's a fucking job
Well,
somewhere.
It's like being on Star Trek.
Unfortunately for him, Courtney Love or him, Kurt Cobain himself, or someone blew his head off. Otherwise, he probably would have been able to cash in on that for a lot longer because they would have been around for decades.
Right, but shouldn't Dave Grohl owe him something? Though?
Yeah,
but
Dave
he
Grohl's
left.
on the lawsuit, I believe, too.
I mean, he definitely Dave Grohl owes him a spot as a Foo Fighter roadie at least.
There you go.
Right.
Because look, Grohl was the drummer. He went on to be like one of the biggest rock stars of all time. Like, hook the naked baby up.
Just give him like $1 million.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
Dave
isn't that
Grohl's
what he's
got like
asking for?
Give him $1 million for fucking.
What is he asking for?
Well, he's flat out saying, hey, this is child porn. It has ruined my life. I want $150,000 from each of the people he
There you
named
go.
in the lawsuit. I couldn't get an
Million
exact
worth.
number, but it's a lot of money.
He's a little over $2 million, pretty sure.
Okay, a little over $2 million because they, quote, knowingly produced, possessed, and advertised commercial child pornography, which is a hell of a lot more than the $200 his dad got back in '91 for lending out his naked baby because he was a friend of the photographer. Yeah, $200.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's,
Bro.
that's a shitty dad.
Yeah.
He
That
should
is
be
bad.
bad.
For a
It's bad.
fucking album cover that went
Be
that
suing
big.
his dad.
Yeah, number 7 album cover of all time.
He didn't. He
And
didn't sign
huge
a
sales.
release. But do you guys remember the Vampire Weekend's follow-up? I believe it was called Contra.
Yeah.
They had that iconic photo of this woman from the '80s, and it was like a Polaroid. And back in the '80s, when you would go to auditions, if you were a model, you'd walk in, they'd Polaroid you. So there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of Polaroids sitting around, and they picked one. They're like, "We like this." Bam, didn't clear it with the lady. Lawsuit
yeah.
City.
They didn't clear it with her?
No, because they couldn't find her. How the fuck do you find her?
Yeah, you have to get a release.
Well, she
You're
found
gonna
them.
use somebody's image.
But they have a verbal release from the parents on this one.
I have a
Yeah, for
solution.
sure.
I have a
'Cause he's-
solution for
well, the
this
sale, right? Which is fine.
big
Yeah,
dick
if you get
baby
paid.
numbnuts. Tie it back to the story we did as the number one. Oh, why doesn't he just do an OnlyFans? He'd
Oh,
make
he
$1
would
million in a day.
crush on
I'm
OnlyFans.
the Nirvana big dicked baby on OnlyFans. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's true. He'd do big numbers.
Yeah, it's not that much pressure either, really.
No, he just shows his dick.
Right. Yeah, it's
Makes a
easy.
couple-
If I could make money on OnlyFans, I certainly would do it right
He
now.
just gets in a pool.
But I guess he's doing all this because he feels like he should have never had to shown his dick.
This
Yeah,
is
I
such
know.
bullshit.
Listen,
He-
there's
He
some
wants
holes in
money.
his
He
story.
wants money. He wants
He's making a fucking porn. It's not porn, bro. No one thought of it as porn until you
No,
called it
it's
porn when you wanted to
yeah,
get
yeah.
paid.
It's a picture
Well,
of a
yeah,
baby.
there's more
It's a
about
baby's
it.
dick.
There's more about that dick.
Everyone has, every parent has 15 baby dick pictures of their kids. that they
My
show
phone
to
is
everyone.
full of baby dick,
I know.
bro.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Come on.
It's brimming.
For sure. So
You gotta
now
watch
back.
out. Apple's gonna tag you.
Yeah, it's true. You got to get to under 30, Pat.
Yeah, you got to watch out. Now, back to that dollar bill. The reason that is so important in this picture, in this whole thing, is that Eldon's legal team alleges that Eldon was sexualized because the dollar bill used in the image made the baby resemble a sex worker.
No.
So
Come on.
that's what they're alleging. So
Clearly not the implication of the album cover.
no, it's not. I mean, look at this thing. It's just a baby in a fucking pool with there's a dollar bill on a. I mean, it's ridiculous.
There's
so
always someone that'll jerk off to something. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I'm sure some people have jerked off to this fucking sick fucks
wow.
have certainly done it.
Gross.
Well, it's
yeah,
just,
someone's
you know.
jerked off to us too, right?
Yeah.
But like it's
Yeah?
not mainstream. So
I'm
you can't-
sorry.
You can't go
for
suing.
whoever's doing that one.
Say
You
you're
should-
welcome.
I got a shirtless outfit tomorrow. Going to chest there.
Oh wait. Yeah.
DM me and
Or on Friday.
I'll take requests for the right amount of money. So this guy Eldon has done several interviews about the cover, and he's got which don't bode well for his case. So he posed for the 25th anniversary image seen here, where he
I
recreated
remember
the
this.
cover.
Oh.
I remember this.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? You can't do that and then sue later. No, no,
Exactly,
no, 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 no,
exactly.
no, no,
I
no.
And
remember
he
that.
suggested
I remember
to the photographer during that shoot that he do it naked, but the photographer said it would be weird, so he wore swim trunks. So
yeah,
he's lucky that photographer said no.
By the way, that was a puss out. He should have done it nude. Honestly,
Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
stupid
They
as
should've
fuck
thro-
with swim
they
trunks.
Well, Pat, that's what I'm saying. See, he isn't. It's not a mental thing with him. He wants money, so
He
he
wants
should
money, yeah.
do OnlyFans and get an underwater camera, him doing it naked, and he'll make $1 million. Then he gets his $2 million or whatever right there. Done.
Bro.
Case solved.
People that are into mermaids and Nirvana, it's like a huge Venn diagram.
I don't see how he couldn't
going
make at least
circle.
$2 million.
He's
doing
he's
it.
gonna fucking He's
Listen,
the Nirvana
he's-
dick baby, dude.
Plus,
Set up a
then you don't have to
Venmo.
you don't have to go to court and all that stuff. You
Right,
Just
why
have to
doesn't
set
he
up a
just
profile.
do
Do
Why doesn't he just
cameo
do
where
a-
you just shake your dick at them.
Yeah, cameo, or to your point, like, why doesn't he just do like a
Not
GoFundMe?
a
or
bad looking
whatever?
guy. I mean, he's a little weird.
Be like, I'm the Nirvana dick baby. I've fallen on hard times. I need money. Give me money, and then I'll set up an OnlyFans.
No, Will, he's gonna have to show the dick. Yeah.
he's gonna have to
He
show
doesn't,
the
he,
dick.
doesn't get charity. He's gonna have to show. The,
He's just like he's got the cameos lined up, and he's so tired of saying, "Look how it's grown."
Dude, this guy's gotten laid so
It's bigger,
much
right?
by groupies being the Nirvana. Like it's like a bucket list for like a Nirvana skank groupie to fuck the
Yeah,
the
but
baby.
Nirvana skank groupies are in their 50s.
Whatever. There's
he's
some
like
chicks
he's
that are
like
still.
most 30-year-olds that are like he's like shit. I gotta make money. He
Yes,
understands
exactly.
He just turned 30. Life is getting a little harder for him.
He's losing his hair.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a little thin.
It's getting a little thin.
Yeah. But he still got that dick up.
He's had a few moments in the mirror.
This was the Arby's brain moment for him,
Right.
light bulb moment. Oh, I can
course.
sue. There's
I think-
better
well,
options out there for him.
He's around the age where your friends just start practicing law too. I think that might be a situation where like one of his
Like his
drinking
lawyer
buddies
buddy.
became a lawyer and was
Yeah.
like, you
But
know.
you're right, Pat, but he's hanging out with pussies that are like, oh, I'm so woke, it's child abuse for your album picture. He should be hanging out with partiers that are like, do an OnlyFans, dude.
Yeah. I think he went the wrong angle. I think he
He's
just
hanging out with the wrong
Yeah.
crowd.
People are like, take it out.
Yeah.
Last thing here, he said he told CNN that or he told the Sunday Times back in 2007 that it's kind of he said, quote, kind of creepy that many people have seen me naked. I feel like the world's biggest porn star. He also said that this would have all been avoided if the label would have gone with Kurt Cobain's rumored original idea of having a mother give birth underwater for the cover, but they settled on this baby dick. Also, he said that his baby dick was supposed to be covered with a sticker that said if pissed off about it, it said that if you're offended by this, then you must be a pedophile. That was supposed to be on the album. They were supposed to cover up his baby dick with a sticker that said that, but they didn't, and then everyone saw his baby dick. So he feels a little betrayed, I guess.
But then he made money on the 25-year anniversary of it.
Yeah.
Listen,
He felt betrayed as a 1 month old.
Take it up with your
about
dad,
the sticker
dude.
thing. Yeah, your dad should feel
Your
betrayed.
dad sold it for
Your
$200.
dad sold you out, bro.
yeah. It's a bad move.
good
But they
on
should
you,
give him
bro.
some money. They should give him some money.
They don't owe him anything.
I mean, I know, but
Yeah, for the naked pic, that's so wrong of the dad. Like, could you imagine like a photographer coming to you and being like, "Hey, dude, like,
It's not
how
wrong.
much
Dude,
for the rights to
Nirvana
this
is
naked
not a
photo
band
of
and
your
hasn't been
baby?"
for 25 years. They're not rolling in it. It's not like
Well, yeah, but still,
he's
like,
barking up the wrong tree.
if you're asking for even, I'm saying in the moment of that sale, you don't sell for $200 for the rights to
also,
a naked photo of
to the
baby.
You're
point
missing
is
the point.
when it becomes the number one album, you go back to your friend and say, "Give me 25 grand at least." You know.
yeah.
The
He
dick
waited too
wasn't
long.
at issue at all, and if it was, then yes, it's a serious undersell for $200.
Yeah,
that's the point.
The dad is
They
just
weren't even thinking about it.
gave it
100 no
away.
dick, 200 dick. Come on.
How much was the dick?
91? That was 91.
Yeah, just not
Give me a pants on, pants off price.
These are 91 prices I'm giving.
This is 91 over here.
You're
Baby
killing
dicks
me.
at $200.
This dad's a moron.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, they want
I'd be
200 for the dick.
Him
I'd
and
be-
his dad are both morons. The apple didn't fall far from the tree.
I'm ready
I'd
to
be-
tell him we don't need the dick.
I'd be furious too if I was him. $200.
$200. That's the
Yeah.
most insulting. I can
It's
see
not
why
his
he
money,
wants
though.
more
It's
money.
His dad's money. It's not. It was never his money.
I
It was
know.
never his money.
I'd be
he's,
pissed too.
He's fucked in this situation, and everybody's gonna just call him a whiny bastard. But
They're gonna settle. They're gonna settle out of court for something. I guarantee.
Sure. Dave Grohl, give him some money. Or
He wants
Dave
legal
Grohl-
fees too. So
give him some tickets, Dave.
yeah, I'm a huge Dave Grohl fan, so I'm a little disappointed that this is even happening. I feel like he should have taken care of this.
It
Like
just
long
got in
ago.
the news now. He'll pay him. Dave Grohl's a good guy. He'll pay him.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, hey guys, talk about one of our newest sponsors, Full Bore Barbecue. Full Bore Barbecue is proof the American dream is still alive when you have superior product mixed with unstoppable work ethic. What started with a group of high school friends trying their hand at a local barbecue competition has turned into a company that is trusted everywhere. It is known to make you the star of your backyard. Our sauce and rub combinations might as well be peanut butter and jelly. Okay, so I'm just okay. Was that no? Because that's actually in the ad.
Yes.
It was just a coincidence.
That was
okay.
a coincidence.
Okay. I thought I know I didn't, but okay. Classic flavors with the extra something that puts them over the top, with a wall of trophies and hardware to prove it. These guys actually still compete in barbecue competitions. I was chatting
That's
with the guy. Yeah, they still go around
Can
and
we
compete.
go?
they have
Can we go?
badass
Can we go to one of
recipes,
those
too?
and eat their
We
barbecue?
can certainly go to one. I don't know if we can get anything out of it, but
No, I just
Oh,
want to go.
man.
I just want to go hang out with them, meet them, eat their barbecue.
Yeah.
You know where
and
my
punch
family
barbecue.
lives, guys, and you
Yeah.
know they miss
Nashville.
you.
Fuck yeah! Let's go.
Tennessee.
Let's go to
That's
Tennessee
where they're at. Full
and
bore.
do a full bore.
yeah, let's do it. Over 30,000 units sold. Can't be wrong, right? And enjoyed nationwide in the past year. Best damn rubs and sauces you will ever allowed to tickle your taste buds. One small business trying to support another. Can be found at almost 300 retail stores. Check the website for location information. And please read the story and check out our unique recipes on our website. I sprinkled some of their rub on the steak I made last night. It was absolutely delicious. Rub it in. Follow us on Instagram at Full Bore Barbecue, BBQ products for fan features, and Full Bore BBQ to see more of our work. We are offering our listeners 10% off the entire order using promo code FACTOR. So stop forcing down that sweet baby raise and support a fellow Hard Factor listener. He is a true listener, true fan, by visiting fullborebbqproducts.com. That's full bore, like the pig, bbqproducts.com to order yours today, and let's barbecue.
It's
everything.
delicious. And everything you put it on means you're going to be eating something good, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's like a
fantastic.
win-win. It's a
You don't even
win-win.
have to cook with it. You could just, if you just like barbecue sauce and you just like to put it on everything, their barbecue sauce is fucking delicious.
I'm spoiled. I got like, you know, HEB over here. That's like the generic grocery store in Austin. You know, like that's like the top of the line generic grocery store. We have like Central Market, which is their upscale, like Whole Foods. But you go to HEB and get like a fucking Uncle Chris or a barbecue rotisserie chicken for like $7. Come on, put some barbecue sauce on it.
I'm doing some chicken sandwiches.
Easy dinner. Okay. I have a new segment for you guys. It's called Things That Suck, and it's about things that suck in the current news cycle. Very creative. They were easy to find, by the way. First up,
I bet.
Will touched on how many Americans were still in Afghanistan. It's like between 1,500 and 1,000, according to the government, right? But did you know that 24 of those Americans were San Diego students and their families who traveled to Afghanistan this summer and are now like stranded in the country, unable to get out of or to, I should say, out of the country or to Kabul's airport. These are 6 families from California that took their children to Afghanistan to visit family and hang out in Afghanistan, and they're now stranded, and they're like very young children.
Yeah. Great question to ask here is how the hell did the visas get approved for the trip?
Yeah, they went like what? Got to be like a month or so ago, not long ago.
Yeah. Apparently, the government was simultaneously telling everybody to evacuate to Afghanistan and also approving visas for high school kids.
You can
to
just
travel.
fly in from another country, though, right?
No,
Go
you
to
have
Qatar.
to.
I think they came straight from California. I mean, they exited California, and then they eventually,
Right,
went
you
to
fly
Afghanistan.
into
There might have been a layover,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Howard Shen, spokesperson for the, I'm going to say Cajon. I'm assuming a silent J, Kajon, Cajon Valley Union School District, where the children attend, which is a K through 8th grade. So all of these kids are 8th grade or younger. That sucks. Said there is not a whole lot we can do at this point. And then White House press secretary was asked, Jen Psaki was asked yesterday about the San Diego students and their families, and she said, "I certainly don't have any additional information on that and them." So,
Yeah, that's one you want some information on for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That sucks.
hopefully they get out, as do all the remaining Americans and anyone that helped us over there. But for now, let's chalk that one up as things that suck.
Yeah. She said, I don't know.
Big time.
That sucks.
Terrible.
That's
That's a bunch of terrified 8-year-olds.
I got a few more. Things that suck, if you want to bear with me. Next up, South Dakota Attorney General and complete weenie that can't make direct eye contact with anyone because he carries so much shame. Jason Ravnsborg is not going to trial. He's taking a plea deal. I'm sure you remember the tale of Ravnsborg if you're a longtime listener or a news follower. But quick summary, Ravnsborg, and I know his name's Ravnsborg, I don't fucking care, was driving home at night after leaving Rooster's Bar and Grill in Redfield from a Republican fundraiser event that he claims he didn't drink at Rooster's Bar and Grill.
I go for the wings.
And he struck what he soberly thought was a deer, but it turned out to be 55-year-old Joseph Beaver on September 2020. In September 2020, he killed him with his car, and in the hours that followed, that night he contacted local police and then went home and slept while Beaver's body lay limp and dead on the side of the road.
A deer. It was a deer.
He thought it was a deer the whole
Mark.
time.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he said it was a deer the whole time. He has claimed he thought it was a deer like the entire time, even afterwards. But investigators a couple months ago said they did not believe him when they told him in an investigation that they found Beaver's glasses inside the passenger side of Ravnsborg's car, that they came through the car via a face-sized hole in the car.
How'd that get there?
I have a picture of it. There's
Whoopsie.
Beaver.
Oh, Jeez.
No, it's not him. I'm just kidding. His face went through the windshield, so he's a liar and a vehicular manslaughter, but he's facing only 3 misdemeanor traffic offenses, of which he is pleading guilty to at least one of them, I guess, in a sweetheart deal that probably will let him keep his
You're
job.
fucking
I assume.
kidding
He's
me.
not. He's going to be the AG of South Dakota still.
I assume so. So hear me out. What do you guys think about so it's 3 misdemeanor traffic offenses. He's pleading guilty. We'll find out today. He's pleading today. So not probably all 3 of them. Probably
He needs to
1
do
or 2 of
7
them.
years in jail.
Well, I mean,
well, not only that, but
Murder.
Kristen Noem or Noem, however you pronounce it, she called for his head in February, and he fought it, got through it, and it completely ignored it. And now he's taking a plea deal. You think 6 months later he's taking a plea deal to lose his job? No, he's going to keep his job.
The dirtiest AG.
He's going to have a misdemeanor traffic offense on his record, and he's going to be the AG.
He makes Ken Paxton look like such a squeaky clean guy.
Dude, what's more fucked up is he got a cop out there.
Not
to be
only
like,
that, Pat. Yeah.
Look at this.
It's a deer, right?
A cop came to the scene and gave him his car
His
to drive it
trooper
home,
car.
and then also they
Hey,
they
you'll
did-
feel more calm. The nerves will shake down in my trooper car.
when they were researching what happened that night, they found out that he was on his phone when he hit the guy.
Right.
So he was driving, reading shit on his
he
phone.
was either drunk or texting or just texting. It was one of the 2. But anyways, let's chalk that up to things that suck.
Oh, I get it now.
Right.
Cool.
That sucks. Lastly, and this might be the worst one for me personally. What am I saying? It's clearly the worst one for me personally. Deli meats are causing a salmonella outbreak in at least 17 states and probably more. 3 dozen people have been hospitalized or sent to a doctor sick from eating salami, prosciutto, and other delicious deli meats. The CDC is investigating what the hell is going on, and hopefully will provide a little more details immediately. But listen to this sickening statement from them. Quote, until we identify which Italian-style meats are making people sick, heat all Italian-style meats to an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit or until steaming hot before eating if you're at higher risk. What the fuck, man? Heat up your cold cuts? Not all sandwiches or hoagies need to be grinders, bro. I was going to eat an original Italian from Jersey Mike's tonight. I still think I might, and I'm going to get it Mike's way. That's onions, lettuce, tomato, red wine vinegar,
Extra
olive oil,
room
and spices.
temperature.
Yeah, extra room temperature. Look at this fucking thing. I can't eat this? Bullshit. I don't think so, CDC. How about anything from Ike's? You're gonna tell me I can't eat any of these sandwiches from Ike's, the best sandwich maker in America, from Ike's Loving Sandwiches?
Yeah.
No,
I'll
I don't think so.
Try my luck, thank you.
Yeah, I'll try
Yeah.
my luck indeed.
That's
I had
why
some Jersey Mike's the other day.
That's
It was
why
delicious.
Jersey Mike lived until he was 57. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, you dicks. You dicks. I mean, come on. Hey, CDC, you can tell me to wear a mask and to socially distance, and I'll do it most of the time I'm supposed to, but you cannot tell me to stop eating deli meats. Suck my cock. It ain't going to happen. That's worse than not breathing. The CDC went so far as to say that there are probably a lot more than 36 people getting sick, and that it takes a while for people to report these things, and that fat, stubborn men usually don't report mild to severe illnesses.
Yep.
And to that, I say, again, suck my cock, the CDC. I don't care. And
Room
this
temp.
is definitely, room temp all day. And this is firmly in the things that suck category, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't
Could
come
you
after my
imagine
sandwiches.
heating up like a $20 package of prosciutto?
Yeah, prosciutto is unacceptable. Like I like a hot, like I'll put like a Italian like salami like in the toaster oven maybe, but
Yeah.
the prosciutto.
Look at these
microwave
sandwiches. I
prosciutto,
can't get a classic Italian
sacrilege.
at 165 degrees.
No.
I feel bad about all those things that suck, and I did stumble upon this picture on TMZ or somewhere. So let's end on a high note. Here's a picture of Kendall Jenner and her boyfriend Devin Booker, the runner-up Phoenix Suns. She's rocking a skimpy thong bikini bottom, and he's shirtless on a boat. They're both in Italy. A little something for everyone that doesn't suck to end the
Nice.
segment. Yeah,
Yeah. D
Thank
book.
you.
Thank you for that.
yeah. I know. a high note.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe on that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Real quick, I want to talk about music and how important it is to my mental health. I wasn't an earbud guy forever. Like, I didn't like them. I was like, I don't want to mess with these wireless earbuds. I want my wired ones. Finally got turned on to some wireless earbuds through our partner Raycon. And these things are awesome. And I've been rocking them everywhere, right? I take music with me everywhere. Where I had wired, I'd always be taking it out, putting it back in, taking it out, putting it back in. With the wireless, they're pretty much in my ears all day, and I'm finding I wish I was listening to Donda maybe next month, but I've been listening to a lot of stuff leading
as it
up
comes
to
out,
me listening to Donda, and it's chilling me out. It's making me feel better. So I recommend you guys get some too, and get them from Raycon because they make awesome earbuds. Sometimes you just need some upbeat tunes, pump you up before you see people, right? Or stay calm through guided meditation. I rock a gym playlist with aggressive technotronic music, mostly like D. Onthward and stuff like that. And I blast it real loud in my Raycons. I'm mostly deaf, not from the Raycons, from years in the music industry, and these things get loud enough to my liking. But you can also listen to them at a normal volume. They're awesome.
System of a Down. You got a little system.
Oh, dude, wake up. Makeup.
A little makeup.
You wanted to.
Why'd you leave the kids up on the table?
You wanted to. And we used to rock that in Will's car so hard. The Alero.
That was fun.
Anyway, guys,
They tried to build a prison.
they got a
Weirdos.
They got a 32-hour battery life. You can listen to what you want when you want, and they're half the price of the other guys, and they're the same quality. So it's a no-brainer. They have a 45-day happiness guarantee. Might as well give them a try. Here's the deal: Hard Factor listeners get 15% off Raycons right now if you go to Raycon Raycon .com/hard factor, one word. That's buyraycon.com/hard factor to save 15% on your wireless earbuds from Raycon .com/hard factor, buyraycon.com/hard factor. And it is officially
It's time for the TikTok International Moment.
yes, you get your passport ready because you're coming with me.
Nice.
First to India. When you reconnect with an ex and things are getting all hot and heavy and it's about to go down, but you know that you don't have a condom and you know that you're not ready for that dad life. But at the same time,
There's a reason you broke up, but there's a reason you were together. That's
Right.
the sex, but you don't want the kid.
exactly.
But you also have no confidence in your pullout game, I'm guessing.
100, but
Okay.
you're also
Yeah,
an
we've all-
avid hobbyist who always has high-powered epoxy resin on hand.
I can't speak to
Oh,
this.
what? Say what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have a Connie. You ain't ready to be a dad, but you know you got that epoxy in your back pocket. What do?
You
You
trust your
know-
pullout game.
Right, yeah. Yeah, probably. But that's dangerous, Will. It's rolling the dice. We don't roll the dice with sperm, especially not if you're using an app.
Shout out, friend of the program. I won't say his name, but he's getting snipped on October 5th because he's got so many kids.
Oh, congrats.
Too many kids.
R.I.P.
Anyway,
your penis, sperm stuff.
if this sounds familiar to you guys, then you're most likely familiar with the details of the next story, and you're also most likely dead, just like the 25-year-old Indian man, Salman Mirza, who found himself in this very situation and encased his dong in epoxy, probably given special attention to the pee hole area, to make sure that his ex-fiancée, the lady he was messing with, stayed that way. And then he subsequently died of organ failure. And when I say organ failure, I'm not talking about that organ. I'm talking about some of these other organs other than his plastic penis, which will live on forever, perfectly preserved behind a casing of polymer plastic.
He mummified his junk.
Yeah, I'm talking about like his lungs and his kidneys and his liver and the other organs, right? Multiple organs failed. Not sure, but it probably didn't help that Solomon and his lady friend apparently liked to party and figured that as long as the epoxy's out, they might as well mix it with some grout whitener and huff the stuff too.
What?
Two birds with one bone. You first, babe. They sniffed it after they sealed his dong, and the next day, Mraz's acquaintance discovered him passed out in some shrubs, which is about par for the course after the night he had. And they rushed him to the hospital, but even the doctors trying their best, the treatment just didn't stick.
How many times do you think that guy shouted, "I'm gonna live forever"?
Oh, 100%, bro.
Yeah. That was I'm gonna live forever night, big time.
If you don't know what epoxy is, here's the deal. You know when you go to the store and you get glue, you try to get the strongest fucking glue possible, and then it never does the trick? The reason is because you're not using epoxy, which is pretty much like in Die Hard 3, when there's those two chemicals that are going to mix together to cause the bomb. That's what you have to do with epoxy. It's two chemicals coming together to form a very, very hard and apparently dangerous polymer. But I guarantee that in 1,000 years, that guy's dick just the way he left it.
You don't even need to put that warning on there because only like one person does that a year.
Do you,
a year? No, this is
No, like
never
a
happened
lifetime. Yeah, I
before.
mean, that's what I'm saying. You don't even have to
Pollard
put that
their
on
dong with
Yeah,
epoxy.
you have to don't put on your dong on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know how big this guy was by chance? Was he a frail man?
You
are
saying
you
like was
talking
he
about
like
his penis size,
like a
or-
91?
Yeah,
Nevermind,
91.
or the 25th
I'm
anniversary?
wondering if he did this because maybe he knew that the woman had the strength to keep him in when he didn't want to stay in. Like maybe he trusted his pullout game, but. Yeah,
Run that one by.
and she's like, you're not going anywhere.
You're saying
Wait a
that he
minute.
needed
You're
to,
not going
he needed to
anywhere.
turn his
Are you
penis
talking
into
about
a,
vagina muscles or physical arms holding?
her back muscles, her arm, her lat pull downs.
You're saying that he thinks that
This is unheard of.
she was
Yeah.
just gonna squeeze him in there while he was coming.
She was
Exactly.
gonna force
So
him
he had to have it
impregnate
epoxied,
her.
otherwise it was
Yes,
gonna be.
exactly.
When you
I
guys
would
say shit
that's
like this,
unlikely. I think that's unlikely.
it lets me know that you've never fucking built a model rocket or a goddamn model train or worked around epoxy really ever, because
Right, so it's hard.
it's quick
right?
drying. It's not happening. Like
This is what I'm thinking. So why would
He
they
has it
really
on
love to
hands,
party?
and she starts
They were
grabbing
addicted
him
to
and he's
drugs,
spraying
apparently.
the epoxy.
You can't get away. Yeah,
'Cause
No,
I
I'm
was
saying
thinking,
he did it preventively.
But how would they keep partying after his dick has already become like a hard piece of
He
plastic?
might have been like, my dick is over. Let's party. I've
Right.
ruined my dick.
He looked at his dick and said,
Forever.
"Let's burn this motherfucker down."
Yeah, look what we've done to my dick. Let's at least hard drugs it up a
Huff
little
my
bit.
dick.
Do you have any nail polish remover?
And then when we're super high, take a hammer to the dick. Just shatter it off there.
This dick epoxy smells pretty good.
I delivered
gone
a
too far.
pizza one time to a house.
You know, it's because I thought you were gonna hold me down.
Yeah. You are strong. I know that.
What's the pizza
Yeah, I
delivery?
see. You see, you're strong.
You have a pizza delivery.
Oh,
related-
I had a pizza delivery where everyone was like huffing fucking paint and shit, and they all answered the door, and they just had gold all over their fucking faces. Ridiculous.
Hungry?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Let's take it to Canada. Ontario police made a public service announcement that had plumbers all over the Commonwealth feeling acknowledged. On the heels of a months-long investigation, officers with the York Regional Police Department carried out simultaneous raids of 3 properties this week that were suspected to belong to a drug dealer who police believed had been trafficking very, very large loads around the city of Vaughan. And when police entered the second home, the inhabitants attempted to jettison the shit by flushing it down the toilet. But
Classic.
it seems that the size and the weight of the dump was just more than the poor toilet could bear, leading the authorities to put out this tweet from the official York Regional Police account. And it said, investigators have laid charges and seized guns and drugs following an investigation in Vaughan. Also, as an important tip, trying to flush a lot of coke just might clog the toilet, and that's exactly what happened.
Noobs.
The drugs didn't go because they overloaded.
Look at them all in their individual baggies too,
So much, bro.
as a weak attempt.
Right.
Oh wow.
That's too much plastic.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was never gonna happen.
Well, guys, among the items that the criminals tried to flush, there was 1.5 grams of heroin, 2 grams of crystal methamphetamines, 115 grams of cocaine, 103 opioid pills, brass knuckles, and a vacuum sealer.
Well, I mean, they might as well have just tried to flush themselves. Just jump down the toilet like Magic School Bus. Style.
And a long gun.
yeah, and a gun. Yeah.
They didn't try to flush a gun down.
No.
No, that was the joke part at the end. They were caught with that stuff. It's partly true.
Yes,
So
yes.
they seized a long gun. I doubt that they tried to flush the
The
vacuum
long gun's
sealer.
not going to make it. Everything else goes.
What about
I
the
always
brass knuckles?
I always like to think about like the kinds of guns that they seize. Like, do you guys ever follow that Canadian account where they show the guns that they get off the streets in Canada, and it's like revolvers from like the 1800s. Like I imagine that happens a lot in
Their
England too.
gun that got removed from a Dr. Seuss book. Is
There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way where you can put drugs, if you're like a high level drug dealer, like in the floor, but that when you open it up, like it's like a keyless hole you can't see. Like basically that the police wouldn't be able to ever get to it. Is what I'm saying. There's
Oh, dude,
gotta
I
be-
always think about that
and
with
scent proof.
Well,
it
even
all.
if it wasn't scent-proof,
It has to be scent-proof
they'd have
because
to
those are
destroy the
dogs.
entire house. Yeah, I mean, I think there's got to be a better way to hide drugs. Like not in the couch, not in the closet, not flushing it down. There's got to be a way with scent that you can hide drugs casually if you're a drug
They
dealer.
tear apart those houses though. They
No,
will
but
find
this,
it.
if you had that much cash, what you would do is you would build a deep ass tunnel that
Right,
went into a
underground.
well, and you'd have a
Shadow
button
style.
that you'd hit that would dump all the fucking shit in the well, and then good luck finding it. Like,
Exactly. There's
go
got
to
to be
that
ways.
end.
Exactly.
Right, but I mean, these guys are making like what?
These
Like
guys
couple-
weren't
couple
really
$100
heavy
a
pushers.
week?
Yeah, true.
There we go. Okay, finally,
Or
guys,
smart.
let's take it. Is New Zealand down under? I mean, I know it's down under, but us just
For sure, it's
Australia
down under.
own down under.
No, it's down under. New Zealand's definitely down under.
Let's take it to New Zealand. During a televised update on the COVID situation down under in New Zealand earlier this week, New Zealand's COVID response minister, Chris Hipkiss, was trying to let the public know how important it is to socially distance themselves during the surge of the Delta variant. And after a long 18 months of being cooped up and lonely, Chris pragmatically addressed COVID in terms of what is on the minds of New Zealanders and really, I think, all the citizens of Earth. And here's the clip of Chris.
Look, it is a challenge in higher density areas for people to get outside and to spread their legs when they are when they're surrounded by other people. And so in some cases, it might be more sensible for them to drive a short distance to get to somewhere where they can be further away from other people.
What was the sign for spread your legs? Like
Yeah,
she
is
had
what
the
you think it
sign,
is.
spread your legs.
The interpreter behind him.
What was he trying to say?
I don't know. Spread out,
Spread their wings.
spread. I don't know. Like be outside but not be near other people. But what he ended up saying is, if you're gonna bang in public, drive down the road so the kids don't see you.
Right, yeah. That's
Yeah.
sound advice, though.
Hashtag spread your legs started trending on Twitter, much to the chagrin and confusion of Girl Dad Twitter. They were real pissed. Girl Dad Twitter was like, "What? Spread your what?
Yeah, on college drop-off week, not good.
She calls me daddy too. As many, it's on Parents' Day. It's Parents' Day shit.
Parents, yeah.
They didn't
Oh,
call.
yeah, all those like all the sorority and fraternity.
They've gone too far.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
gone too
Retrospectively insensitive,
wild.
but at the time the shirts sold well and they were very funny to me. Guys, many called fellow New Zealanders to spread your legs and save some lives, except for OnlyFans, because at the time they had banned porn, but that's changed now, which is great. Some are calling Chris's statement a slip-up or a misspeak, but I'm just not so sure because when paired with the government's pandemic catchphrase, go hard and go early, it just all seems to kind of start making way more sense.
Sounds good.
That's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys so much for listening. And thanks for everyone who tuned into the Green Room Show Wednesday at 5 o'clock. It was a lot of fun. Coming up, check out the Patreon. We got a Florida Man Friday coming out for the patrons this week. And great couple episodes of Hard Factor remaining. So hang
we
in
had
there.
the
We love you.
Hive Hour. We did a fall draft if you want to get hyped up about the fall.
Yeah, you can smell the apples cooking.
Talk about
found-
penis on there too.
I found a really good
was a punchy
Florida
episode.
Man Friday, and I got an outfit. I'm excited for tomorrow.
So there you have it. Hey, while you're out there, make sure to have a great fucking day.